My name is Asia, and I'm one flying mama. Welcome to my YouTube. I decided to start this YouTube channel as somewhat of a personal diary that I know is going to help quite a few other single moms out there continue to pursue their dreams. No matter the circumstances, the situations, the setbacks, the pitfalls, and all the in-betweens that life throws us, go for what you want. Your dreams are attainable. Trust me. Make a plan. Make the decision to want it enough, and you'll get there, right? Okay, so it's not going to be a long video. This is the first one and a little bit of an intro to me and about who I am and what it is that I chose to change about my life and become a flight attendant. So I am 29 years old. I'll be 30 on the 31st of March. Yay for 30s. I have an 8-year-old. Her name is Savant Rose. And she is so wonderful. She is so brilliant. She is just awesome, right? I'm a mom. That's what I'm going to say. You all will meet her later on down our journey. And I've been a flight attendant now for about a little under 18 months. And this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. I get to have some of the best coworkers in the world. I have some of the best colleagues in the world. I get to see different places, meet new people every single day. Desk jobs, I've had them. Funky, weird part-time jobs, I've had those too. But nothing pales in comparison to what it is that I'm currently doing. I'm walking down the path of where I'm supposed to be. I wanted to become a flight attendant. I was born towards the end of the Pan Am era. I just, would see these really beautiful and well put together women walking through the airport, and they got on their uniforms and their hats and their bags, and they're just strutting through the airport, right? And I'm like, I can strut. I'm able to do that. Why can't I do that? Fast forward through life. Oh, and I must tell you, I'm definitely afraid of heights. So my thing was, you're going to let your fear keep you from doing what you want to do, or you're going to stare it in its face and you're going to do what you want to do. I did it. Fast forward in life, at the wonderful age of 20, I met a really great guy, really awesome guy that I happened to... It's a little complicated, but met a really great guy, fell in love, got pregnant, and boop, here's Savant Rose, right? So I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't work. I stayed home. My husband went to work, brought money home. I paid bills. I took care of him and her, and that's what life was. Unfortunately, my husband got sick. And without putting all blame on him, I felt like his sickness changed us as a couple, and it changed us as a family. And we separated. I was separated for 4 years, 3 at the time of me becoming a flight attendant. So we separated, and at that point, I was still somewhat of a stay-at-home mom. I just worked part-time jobs during the middle of the day while my daughter was at school. And he still financially provided for us by paying, my rent, my utilities, car note, health insurance, things that are big ticket items and are extremely, necessary. And then I just said, I've gotten thanks but no thanks for so many years. I've been flown out by American and United for interviews and didn't get it. I've sent in online applications, won't get it, don't get it. I'll sit here one day and count on my thanks but no thanks. Went in for Delta face-to-face, thanks but no thanks. I was to the point where it was like, I'm not even going to try anymore. It's not worth it. I'll just find something else to do with my life, right? So I applied for this really great company that I'm so happy to be a part of. Flew out to Las Vegas for the interview. First of all, let's go back. I tell a friend of mine, come on, let's go to Vegas. I have an interview. Let's go hang out in Vegas for the weekend. She says, okay, cool. So we book everything. And then maybe a day or two before we're about to go, she's like, had a death in the family. I can't really go. And I said, this is for a job interview. I have to go. So I still ventured on to Vegas by myself. 5 a.m. I'm up. I'm ready. I'm dressed, makeup, suit, ready to go. Get in line. Bunch of people in line. Didn't have my ticket for the event. Okay. They made me stand in another line. Then they said, okay, well, we'll let, all, because it wasn't just me. They'll let us all go. Okay, cool. We went into the event. It was a long day. So crazy. But made it. Here I am. After I got my, congratulations, we'd love to have you. Welcome. I called my mom, I called my brother, I called my dad, and I cried because this has been one of the hardest things for me to get in life. Everything else, I get it. I go after it, it's happening, it's not a hard thing for me to attain and grasp onto my goals physically. Once I mentally see it, it's within arm's reach. My mother was like, I'm so happy you got it, because if you thought you were gonna not apply anymore, I was gonna send off your resume for you. That's the kind of mom I have. Wait until you guys meet her. She's awesome. My younger brother, he cried for me. He said he had been praying for me all day and he just wanted me to get it. And my dad, he's just one of those cool guys. I knew you got it, shorty. It's okay. Can you be just a little more excited for me, Dad? It was a big thing. So I had a month to get ready before I went off to training. I had my grandmother and my grand aunt come and stay in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I was living for the month that I would be away to training. And I had my daughter's former nanny was staying with us. She fell on hard times. I said, I have an extra room in my house. If you need to come stay, you can stay. That's a whole nother video about people taking advantage of you when they know that you are not home. We'll just leave it there. So I tell my husband, hey, I went for the interview. I got the job. I don't support this. I don't support what you're about to do. That was the last month that I received any kind of financial support from my husband until we went to court and I was awarded child support. Right? Okay. I'm going to make it happen. Double these roadblocks won't stop me. It's okay. I'm going to do it. It's okay. Whew. Go off to training. The only thing that made it the hardest month of my life was not talking to my daughter every day, was not seeing her face every day, was not, waking up in the middle of the night to bad breath just breathing on my face, but it's okay because that's my cuddle buddy, right? It was just, oh no. Get out of training, and I think I had, a week and a half off before I had to be to base. That week and a half, first thing I did, the first day I got home, I took a hot shower in my own bath, and I slept so hard. I pulled the blackout curtains in my room. I was just, phone was off, slept. And I remember it was right before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving Eve, I fly up to New York because at this point, this is where my daughter is. She's in New York because it's the Thanksgiving holiday. So everybody went to New York for Thanksgiving. That's where I'm originally from. And my mom is like, okay, time to put the game plan together. What are we about to do? What's going on? How are we getting this situated? How are we getting this handled? And I'm just like, Ma, My brain is on fire. Give me a second, please. We're going to get it together. I promise you, we're going to get it together. Pardon me if I'm scratching my face a little much. The air in here feels a little icky. It's raining outside. I would show you outside, but it's so dreary. It brings all the spirits down. Get my daughter back after the new year when school starts, and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work reserve life, because the reality of the airline industry is once you come out of training, unless you are new hires for a new airline, you will be on reserve. How am I going to balance this reserve life with my daughter and being home? Okay, first things first, I need to figure out what my pay is and how I'm going to afford my life, right? My daughter's former nanny, she was renting a room from me, okay? Whenever she would pay me rent, again, another topic, okay, now I can, put a little more on some bills. When I would be home, I would, on the weekends, I'd bartend. So that was cash that I was getting, and I'd pay my bills. And I would alternate paying my car note and my car insurance between my two checks and saving throughout the month with my bartending money to pay my rent. So do the math. Rent is $800. Car note is $251. Car insurance is $235. Then you go into utilities. My utilities average about $275, maybe, if give or take, winter and summer and so on and so forth. So all of that combined with, I had to pay for a crash pad because I didn't live in Dallas. I lived in Atlanta. I had to have money for transportation. I had to leave money behind for my daughter for when I was gone. I had to also do food shopping to leave food in the house for my daughter when I was gone. It got really tight, really fast, and really stressful, and crying in the corner to God hard. Okay? My mother and father, godsends. I don't know what or how I would have been able to survive without my parents. And unfortunately, nobody in the world has my parents, so I don't know how it is that you all are going to go about accomplishing your goals and your dreams, but you're going to do it. I believe in you. I trust you. I know it's going to happen for you. It has to happen. Okay. So, boom. Before I started being a flight attendant, I used to be an avid couponer. Great. I don't need soap. I don't need lotion. I don't need detergent. I don't need fabric softener. I don't need, shampoo and conditioner. There's so many things that I don't need because of my couponing that cut my shopping list and bill down by leaps and bounds. Awesome. Once I started noticing, discrepancies in what I was buying in terms of food in my refrigerator and how long I'd be gone to how quickly I came home, I said, okay, now I have to change that. I would then go to Jetro as I know it. That's the name that I grew up with it being, but it's called Restaurant Depot. I'd go to Restaurant Depot, buy a case of chicken, a case of fish, a 10-pound log of ground beef, portioned everything out. This way the house was stocked full of food. And what my daughter and I like to eat is seafood and steaks and things like that. That'll be for when mommy's home and it's just you and I, because somewhere along the lines, what I would buy was being consumed in mass amounts by more than just my daughter and her former nanny. So trudging along in the year, and every third or fourth conversation from my mom was, send the baby to come stay with me in New York so you can focus on working. Send the baby to come stay with me in New York so you can focus on working. Get rid of that house. It is an albatross around your neck. It is a weight on your back. Maybe about 6-7 months, 8 at the max of me having this job, my boss at the bar let me go. It's fine. It's okay. Whatever you're doing for me, God, I'm going to trust it. and I'm going to walk with you and I'm going to follow your lead. It was hard. Losing a cash job, it can be hard. It wasn't the hardest because I've always been a hustler, so I know how to make a dollar. Trust me, I was not hungry, and neither was my daughter. Trudging along, and we get to the end of the school year. So I tell my daughter's dad, hey, she's going to spend the summer with my mom. What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's fine. I send her to stay with my mom. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going home at all now. I'm commuting between Dallas and New York and sometimes Atlanta, only because my car was still here. My house was still here. I still had to check on my house. I still had, clothes that I needed to change in and out of my suitcase. I still had to move my car. I still had to make sure my car was fine. I do all of that, and I go ahead and say, okay, my daughter can go to school in New York. But I still kept my place in Atlanta until November. Oh yeah, until November. Backpedaled just a little bit. Around Christmas, I served my husband with divorce papers. Oh, that was fun. I served him with divorce papers, and so around August, September, we went to court, and I was finally awarded some kind of child support. At this point, it's just, you know what? I've been so used to being without. What you sending me is just extra, and it's okay. My daughter has and always will be very well cared for. My support system, I couldn't be here without them, and I will introduce you all to each and every individual one of them. Head honcho, lady in charge, is my mother. Without her, my show couldn't run. Right? Then next in line, El Capitan, my dad. He's the silent mover. His thing is just what you want, what you need, what you want, what you need. Are you okay? Are you mentally okay? Is everything all right with you? Okay, moving right along. My younger brother, man, listen, you can't find a better soldier. I'm so convinced. Got my sister, my younger sister. She is my daughter's tutor and my daughter's plaything. And when you meet her, you'll understand why she's the plaything. My sister's like this really big teddy bear, and we love her. And my little Poppy, my youngest brother, he is awesome. He and my daughter are 3 years apart, and they fight and love each other like siblings. So that's great. So I don't have to rush to have another child, right? My godmother, I talk to her every day. And she's just like the bee's knees. And we keep it really real till it's too real with each other. My grandmother. Without her fortitude, I would not be who I am. Without her raising my mother to be the woman that she is, I wouldn't be the woman that I am becoming. I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet. I'm getting there. And just a whole host of different players who have all played their parts, right? Okay, so I've given you basically a little synopsis, a little background on me and how I was able to get to this point, why I wanted to be a flight attendant. Like I said, I saw it and I just knew I could do it. Gave you what my first year looked like and how crazy and hard that was. I told you how I'm able to do it with a small child. Like, without my immediate family, it'd be ridiculously hard, right? Oh, how do I balance work and being a mom? While on reserve, company I work for, I'm guaranteed 12 days off a month while I was on reserve. I'm no longer on reserve. I have a line. Yay. So great. It feels so wonderful. But guaranteed 12 days off a month, 2 blocks of 4, 2 blocks of 2. So I used to try to make sure all of my days off were partial week and weekend. So that way I can be home, do, homework, feed, do after school activities, be present for school functions, and also we can hang out on the weekend. We can get to reconnect. We can see what's going on in each other's lives, because we may have small children and we may think that they don't have a lot going on. These people got real lives in school. They got friends. They got all kinds of little conversations that you just don't have. Connect with your kids and know what's going on. Ask them what's going on in their life. And when they look at you crazy and say, what's going on with school? How's your friend Billy and how's Joanne and all of them? Check on your children. For real. Check on your kids. Because if you don't check on your kids, you're going to miss out on knowing everything there is to know. And God forbid, something that slips through the cracks is something that you're going to want to know. So I do that. And I date my daughter, right? And I know it's like, you date your daughter. How does that work? We spend a day together. May go out for breakfast, go to the movies, go to the park, go to the bookstore, go out for lunch, hang out, do some more activities, go out to dinner. Like, we hang out. We get to spend time with one another, and we get to learn about each other. And most importantly, what do I see for myself in the future? Oh, sorry, let me go back to balancing being a mom and such. Now that I'm a line holder, here's the thing. I can work as much as I want or as little as I want, with the understanding that if I work a little, I get paid a little. If I work a lot, I get paid a lot, right? Okay, cool. I have made a promise to myself and my daughter that I will start to work just 2 weeks a month. 2 weeks a month, and the other 2 weeks I will be present and fully accounted for. This month I am calculated to work 104 hours for the month, but the only reason that is because March is my birthday, so I'm trying to take off at least the last week of the month. I'm supposed to go on vacation from the 1st to the 7th of April. I'm probably going to push that back if I can to mid-April. But before I go into this 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, I have to shore up my finances, right? The best plans are those that are planned out well. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Ooh, the 5 P's. Honey, my English teacher would be so proud of me remembering that. And for the future, I see my daughter and I thriving. I see us continuing to be happy. I see us with, many stamps in our passport. Unfortunately, right now, I can't get her any stamps, and that is yet another video that'll have to be made in reference to how having a difficult relationship with the other parent in your child's life can hinder your child from being the best them that they can be, or experiencing all of the wonderful things that you, in essence, bring to the table. Working on being okay with that part of it. I'm human. I'm allowed to be upset and sad. In closing, because I don't want this to be too long. It's already a little too long for my liking. Drop me a line, drop me a question, ask me anything, send it in my inbox. You can leave any questions you want to leave down below. I'm more than happy to answer them at any time. Any topics you want me to talk about. I can tell you how I pack for lunch. I can tell you how I pack for trips. Can't tell you who I work for, though. You know how that goes. But I say all this to say, being a single parent, mom, dad, non-binary, whatever you classify yourself as, because as far as I'm concerned, we're all human for the most part. At one point I identified as a grapefruit, but hey. And we're out here trying to live our best lives and, live our dreams and raise little people to understand that they have to live their dreams too. My mom brought my daughter from Atlanta all the way to where I was graduating from flight attendant training, so that way she can see, don't give up, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep banging on that door, and somebody's gonna open it. Don't be afraid, keep banging. All right, guys, this has been awesome. Greatly appreciate you taking the time out to chat with me today, and hopefully the next time we speak, No, that's too far away because I won't be home until the 5th of March. The next time we'll speak will be just a few days. All right. Bye, guys.